Hello Jose, TJ here with Dave Arbogast. Wanted to go over some of the options here with you on your new 2010 Rocky Ridge conversion van. I want to start here with the buttons that are on the steering wheel. First, these buttons here on the right hand side of the wheel, those are for your radio controls. However, since the factory radio had been replaced with a third-party radio unit, these buttons here on the left side of the wheel will not be active unless you are to replace that again with the factory radio. As far as what they are, it's just basically more or less volume up and down and scanning through radio stations, which you can do on the face of the radio anywho. Over here on the left-hand side, however, these are your buttons for the cruise control. Button here in the middle, when you push that once, you'll notice that light comes on. That's telling you that your cruise control is on and active. To set your cruise control, simply get it up to speed. Push this bottom button here to set, and then you can resume or accel and also decel. This button here on the left will cancel your cruise, and it will also cancel your last speed. You can also turn it off by simply pushing that button and turning the cruise off again. These four buttons that are here to the left side of the steering wheel, I will walk through all of these here with you, and I'll start here one button at a time. I'm going to keep cycling through this top button here until I wind up moving over and show you that I'm on the next one. As you notice here in the dash, it shows you what our odometer is and also what the temperature is outside. If I push that button one time, it's going to go to your trip odometer, which is trip A. And while we're here, I will show you one other feature. The bottom button here, the check mark, that is your enter and also reset button. So I'm going to leave the trip odometer here. When I push and hold that check mark, it resets. Likewise, going back here to the top button again, I'll push it one time, it'll go to trip B. Now I'll push the check mark, and we can reset that as well. Moving forward, your fuel range, it is instantaneous. Right now it's showing at 140 miles with just a little bit over a quarter a tank. Average economy, it's showing 8.7 miles to gallon, over 5 gallons used, and at a speed of 9.5 miles per hour, which again, you can reset all of those as well. Your tachometer, right now we're sitting here running, it is taching at 800 RPMs. Moving down here to your next button, this is your information button. When you push that, you notice on there it's got the oil life indicator. You can also change your units to English or metric. If you are to travel into Canada and you wind up there where it's kilometers per hour as opposed to miles, you can change that. It will give you your tire pressures on front and rear, also your engine hours, and you can relearn the remote key at that spot. Moving down here to the next button, this is where you can personalize some of the options here for the van. If I push that one time, I can change the languages in there. If you'd like the vehicle to display in a different language, you can change that. With the auto door lock, you can change how that goes. With the auto door unlock, you can change how that goes. The way that the vehicle is set right now, when you put the vehicle into park, it will go unlock, and the way that when you put it into drive, it will lock. The remote door lock, when I hit the remote door lock, do I want the keys to flash in the horn, or the light to flash in the horn or the honk? You can change that, as well as the unlock. Delay door locks, if you want the doors to lock more or less when you get into speed, and you'll get a chance to play with some of these. The exit lighting, right now it is set to have the lights on the outside when you do get out, that way you're not getting out in the dark. And your remote start, you can turn that on, off. And if you ever wanted to go back to factory settings, you can hit the check mark to restore there. We'll push the check to exit our feature settings. Moving down here, this knob right here, just below those four buttons, this is for your headlights. Your automatic headlights are on. If you like, you can take this and you can click it one time that way, and I'll show you how this goes. If I click that once, it'll tell me automatic light control off. I'll click it one more time and it's back on again. You never really have to worry about your headlights. It is a dusk to dawn operation. One button that they have hidden that I did want to show to you is this button right here. It doesn't really look like one, but it's your dome override. If you were to push that, it will stay in, and when I open up the doors, the lights on the inside of the vehicle will not come on. So I'm going to turn that back on again. Moving up to the top center here, I'll start with this control that's here in the front. You can actually lay down your rear sofa using this control right here. These three buttons here We have our reading lights, our mood lights on the inside, and also the power for the TV. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this on now because we're going to make our way back here so we can take a peek at that TV and I can show you how that works as well. Right over top of those, you'll find these three knobs, and that's the controls for your rear air conditioning unit. Oops, sorry about that. I'm going to turn that TV off for just a moment. It's a little bit loud. Those are your controls for your rear air. The way it is set right now, this is pointing to auxiliary. That's giving your passengers in the rear the opportunity to control their own air settings. Or you can control them here. You can turn them off, low, medium, or high. I'm going to turn that back here to off, since there will be nobody riding in the back for the duration of the trip. We'll turn that up just a little bit. You can also control your temperature. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn the TV back on. And while the TV is firing up, I did want to show you this. On the lower side of your seats, we did have the heat seaters installed. Up is on high, in the middle is off, and down is on your low setting. And that is on, if you reach down from the driver's seat with your right hand, it's on the bottom of the bolster.
Help you get back the refund you deserve. Learn more at TurboTax.com.
We're going to turn this guy down just a little bit here so you can see a little bit better. Or right here better, rather. Next to the TV over here on this side, those are your controls for your rear air conditioning system. So if you do have the folks in the back that wanted to control their own air, that's where they do that from. I'll lean back as well as I can here to get the TV in here. Where this is right now, this actually, it does have an internal tuner in the TV, and this is your daytime television. I'm not sure what soap it is it's on right now, but whatever it is, you actually do get a pretty good picture if you are sitting still. When you're moving, the picture's not quite as reliable. But if you do happen to be sitting somewhere in a parking lot tailgating, maybe even just waiting outside if somebody's in the store shopping, you can sneak in the back and watch a little bit of your regular local programming. Now, here on this side of the television, you notice that little cutout on the side. This is an all-in-one television unit. On the top side of it, there's a slot there for your DVD, and then your volume up and down, channel up and down, your menu, TV video button, and a power button, which the power button you'll never really need because that switch in the front will always turn on and off the power there. What I'm going to do is go ahead and slide in the DVD here real quick. What you want to do is line this up here with the slot with the label facing you. And wait for the TV to come on and actuate. Right now it's saying eject because it's reading there is a disc there. But give that a little push and it will go ahead and accept the disc on its own. You never want to force a disc into that DVD player. It'll wind up causing you problems. Anywho, while that is loading up, here on the back side of the driver and on the passenger seat in those little pouches, inside of here, you'll find these little cases. And what's in here are headsets for your television unit. These headsets, they do fold up into themselves. As far as getting them open, whoop, forgive me here while the camera's shaking around. They do open up like so. Here on the side, you will notice a switch that's on here. It's a simple 2-channel headset. If you wanted to have the sound on and listen to a movie on the headset, you take that, you switch it up, you notice the light come on and it's on A. And that's picking up sound from the TV right now. Here on the side, you can adjust the volume as well. And I'll go ahead and I'll turn these off. And what you can do if you wanted to listen to the radio and let your passengers watch the television and hear through the headsets, what you can do is on the side of the television, there's your volume up and down buttons here on the side. You can turn the volume all the way down and still listen over top of the headsets. But there's your picture with your DVD in there. And what you want to do to get your DVD going is here on the side, you notice your channel up and down button. Your channel up button is your enter button. You push that one time, it will go ahead and start working the DVD from there. But anyway, that's pretty much it. The long and short of it, everything that's here in the van, most of it should be fairly well explanatory. One thing I did want to show you though, because And here underneath is your general guide for the Chevy Express van. Some folks here on the TVs in the back like to have a remote control on them. If you wanted to have a remote control, you can go out and get an all-in-one programmable remote control to go ahead and program with that TV. It's been my experience that most people, they say, well, you know what, a remote is just something that gets stepped on and gets lost in the car anyway, and for as much as they use the TV, not an issue. But anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll get this van out here to you. We've got a driver that's here now. It's getting ready to come out your way. And hopefully this video, as well as the van, will find you well. If you do need anything, by all means, feel free to give me a call. You can reach me at 937-335-0068. My extension is 299. And Jose, again, I want to thank you for shopping with us here at Dave Arbogast. We'll talk to you soon.